Saying happy day to continue sense of restart, including a course of special treatment options and a boost button for extra sense for replenishment.
Silk Dust attracts 4 times more dust for clean than lava fruits are, making it hard to reach. It's Swiffer, the mother of all things. Nothing is afraid of.
Many people told us they'd had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before. Oh wait, Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Hate that. Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Well, try one for the first time tonight. It's time to feed the dogs real food in the right amount. A healthy weight can help dogs live a longer, happier life. The Farmer's Dog makes weight management easy with fresh food pre-portioned for your dog's needs. It's an idea whose time has come.
If your grandpa wears one of these, if your husband wears these on the weekend, if your mom wore this, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who serve. Count on us. Count on USAA. See if you can join USAA today.
Frigidaire has been putting families first for over a century, and we dare to advance with solutions that make life easier. With worth up to 35 bags of groceries, designed to maximize your space, and features made for the way families live, like our first to market fridge to freezer drawer that reimagines versatility. Frigidaire adapts and performs for you and with you. Dare to expect Frigidaire.
Let's see. These weak store brand plates are risky business.
Next time, get 60 plate, 3 times stronger than the leading store brand. 60 naked black. Summer is here.
And great stuff. Overly hilarious. Super hardwood.
Of the river. Right now, through July 6th, get 70% off everything home. So you can
go.
take the price right to your door. See, 70% off Wayfair. What July 3rd? Down through July 6th.
What happened?
Unbeatable savings.
Roberto, what's going on? I see Crackhead, Ozzy is down Jake Paul.
Now there's one future tears.
Oh, is that on right now?
Daily supplement. Hydrate from within. Helping to promote lasting you'll feel day after day.
I forgot he had a fight coming up.
A different way to support dry
RB in the building, what's going on? What's happening? Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So full disclosure. I didn't see like the majority of the event. Like I missed the first match, I missed the second match. I don't know what order of match. When I came in, when I turned it on, it was just before the Jacob and Solo match.
professional event. You knew me.
So we seen the debut of Hikaleo, the return of Tongaloa.
Because I needed money for college.
Solo wins. Yeah, okay. Now, I have no problem with Solo being United States champion. I have no problem with it. None at all. But why does it have to be at the expense of Jacob Fatu when he's rolling right now? Why didn't y'all put the U.S. title on Solo last year?
Yeah.
How they're presenting Solo now is how they should have been presenting him last year. Right? So we move on. Now this is where well let me go back because I did go back. I seen the results of the earlier matches. So let me just start by saying this. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. The finals of the King of Ring. All right. Yeah, please get the mics up. Get the mics, y'all don't mind. Now, as somebody like a lot of us, I've been watching the King of Ring since its pay-per-view inception. Now, for those that may not be aware, the King of the Ring, 1993 was not the first year of the King of the Ring. The King of the Ring was actually something that they held during the house shows. This is how Harley Race became king and others prior to him. But they just finally decided to put it on TV with Harley Race. So the King of the Ring has always been that pay-per-view to establish the next star or reestablish I guess kind of like a restart in a sense. Case in point, Bret Hart. Now, Bret Hart, established star, former WWF champion, Intercontinental champion, tag team champion, all that, right? But the reason why it made sense for Bret Hart to win that year is because it was the build up. It was the rebuild of Hart, getting back to the title. So he had to go through a lot of courses to get to that point, right? Now, we didn't know, right? We didn't know in 93 that you win the King of the Ring, you get a WWE title shot, right? Well, the reason why we didn't know that is because Bret Hart didn't get a title shot. He didn't wrestle Yoko at SummerSlam. He wrestled Jerry the King Lawler. And it wasn't even for like some type of crown or, for the right to be called king or whatever shit, right? So, or was it? I think it was. It just wasn't, they didn't tag it with that. But anyways, so when it comes to Randy Orton, okay, and then the next year was Owen, that elevated Owen, right? That elevated Owen. Probably the only times it didn't elevate anybody was King Mabel and Billy Gunn. 96, we all know about Austin. 97 with Hunter. 98 with Ken Shamrock. I already mentioned 99. 2000, Edge. 2001, Kurt Angle, right? Now, the reason why this one didn't make any sense, they did. No, they really did. I agree. The reason why it didn't make sense for this is because you have two guys that are way above establishment to even put a crown and call them king. Well, Jay Billy, isn't that kind of what they did with Harley Race? But the reason why they did it with Harley Race was to introduce the king on TV. Because like I said, it was just a house show thing, right? And then they started to make it a on-screen thing. So that's when it only made sense to have an overly established star as king. And then plus he was older and stuff like that, so it just made sense all around, right? So having Cody Rhodes win the match, they didn't need to win that match to get a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Like when Xavier and Selena won it, that made sense. Because here you have Xavier going into a singles run. Here you have Selena who's been busting her ass, you know. And I'm going to touch on that too. And they didn't do nothing with them. So you putting these guys in the spot where they didn't need that spot. They didn't need it. You could have had somebody like Sami Zayn win it. You could have had anybody else win it, but you chose Cody? Cody Crybaby? Cody Cookie Cutter? Cody Kiss Ass? You know,
You rented your car.
I'm not going to watch the match. I'm not going to go back and watch it. Not going to do it. Because I don't care. I don't. But we're going to move on. Rhea Ripley, Raquel, I don't care. I don't care. So I already did Jacob Solo. So then the so we was just it was a discussion just a few days ago about AEW bringing in new stars and kind of pushing back the ones that have already been established there. How many times are they going to screw Asuka? Please tell me, how many times? Jade is the new one. Asuka is the established who's been there. You can't give her something? You take away her WrestleMania moment. You completely wash away the Royal Rumble moment that was very special. The first women's Royal Rumble, that's like non-existent now. And then she comes back from injury and then you push her right to the finals, but then you don't even give her the... Where in sense does that make? Nothing against Jade. Except the fact that use another crowd, but I want to go to WWE. Now, understandable, like some of these people, that's all they had to grow up on was WWE. They probably never even watched TNA or New Japan. You know, but I ain't WWE. It's my dream, man. Yeah, now look. Now you're there. Now what? Nobody cares. Let's see. I felt like they should have put the U.S. title on Solo. Yeah. Facts. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's right. Angle did win in 2000. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh my god, you guys are the cutest ever. I know, sorry. I just hate that.
Yeah, because didn't Edge make it to like the finals? Didn't they do like a rematch? Like it was back to back or whatever? Yeah. Zelina, come to AEW. Go back to TNA. I'm telling you. Complete nightmare. They have this fictitious dream of like, no, this is going to be so great. Like, no, it's not. You know, sometimes you need to listen to the people that's not Booker T. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the main event. I don't want to waste no more time on this shit. I really don't. I really don't. Because this is another indication why I just. So we have CM Punk versus John Cena, WWE Undisputed title, which why are they calling it the Undisputed title when there's another world champion in the company? WWE really plays with the intelligence of the fans. So, good match. They always have a good match. Every time every time Punk and Cena get in the ring, they always put on good matches. I haven't seen one match between the two that was bad. Not one.
It's intense. Good. You know?
And you remember back then, that was one of the very few times we would actually see Cena actually wrestle, because Punk was calling the match. You know, I don't know who called the match last night or today. Well, last night for them, but it was your typical, you know, Cena Punk match. Now, let's get to where the part where it pissed off a lot of people. Okay.
That's the thing. I gained so much.
If the point was to give Cena or Punk the match against Cena to move away from Rollins for a little bit, to let that feud breathe, they inject the feud right in the match. Oh, excuse me. Which, okay, if we're going to do okay, I'm cool with it. If they run with it, I'm good with it. Right? If they run with it, I'm good with it. They did it. Can I understand there's a feud going on with Penta involved against Seth Rollins. I get all of that. But did Penta really have to be there? Seriously, did Penta really have to be there? Really? And then Sammy comes out after the fact. Like, why didn't they come out at the same time? Can y'all explain that to me? Why didn't they come out at the same time? And then when Penta come out, he out there just strolling along like ain't nothing going on. Like there ain't a whole match, like somebody ain't getting jumped in. He's just strolling along, just like, yeah, I'm in WWE now. I don't have to. Like, what the fuck? When did you ever see Penta do a run-in and got to strutting when he was... No, that motherfucker get to running in, that motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Over booking. And then Rollins hit Punks with the beat. I can't do it no more. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. WWE today has shown the ability to manipulate millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people. And then you get these WWE marks getting up on here trashing AEW. Like AEW is so awful. Like, oh, ain't nothing going on. AEW is gone. Like, what the? Like, what? What are you talking about? You think WWE is so much better? How? Oh, well, TKO, do y'all not realize that WWE's been around for like 70 years? So they got like many generations jump start on AEW. I don't hear y'all trashing TNA. I don't hear y'all trashing New Japan. I don't hear you trashing. Matter of fact, I don't even hear none of y'all talking about any other companies, but you call yourself a wrestling fan. Bullshit. You cannot be a wrestling fan if you're only invested in one company, and the one company that you're invested in ain't even a wrestling company. Don't get fooled because you hear the terms wrestling in WWE. That is an actual wrestling show. No, it's not a wrestling show. It is a glorified soap opera. It's a glorified TV show. Weekly. It was one episode of Raw, I think it was recently, where they said they only had like 4 matches. You have a 2.5 hour show and you only have 4 matches? What? So, okay, here we go. So you guys like the talking. You guys like, look, let me say this. Let me say that. And look, I'm not even going to go after the younger fans because they don't know no better. Okay? The younger fans don't know no better. So I'm not going against them. I'm not going at them. Right? I'm not doing it. WWE's been around since our on everything. This is to all the older fans. My age group on up that talks wrestling, that gets on here, WWE, yeah. And, oh, AEW, oh, nobody's invested. Oh, I'm just not hiring. Why are you sitting in your closet watching it? Look, I've heard some of y'all get on here and talk about, oh, how great ECW was and how this and how that and all the action and everything else. And whoop, whoop, whoop. So what y'all hate AEW for so much? Because they're giving you the exact same thing on a more professional level because you're getting more wrestling. Let's talk. Look, keep in mind, this is what every alternative company has went on. Less talking, more wrestling. Is that not what AEW gives you? Especially in their pay-per-views. You barely see a backstage segment on their pay-per-views. Wait, hold on. I must have accidentally called me. All right. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So you sit up here and you talk about AEW. Oh no, you talk about ECW and all the. Every alternative runs on the same program. This is what AEW. Do you guys not realize what's going on in AEW right now? Now I understand all the hype about All In isn't there and everything. Look, I get it. I'm not there with y'all. I'm super hype about All In. I am super hype about All In. You know why I'm super hype about All In? What's up, Jimbo? I'm super hype about All In because I have no idea exactly what's going to happen. Why is it on one hand it's okay? Oh yeah, I'm excited because I don't know what's going to happen, but then you don't know what's going to happen, but now you like, all right. Damn, you on it tonight, my dude. You want to meet Ricochet? He's here from a man. You already know. Shoot, if I can get an interview, shit, I love to interview Ricochet. Trav, what's going on? Oh, damn, man, this is StreamYard shit. StreamYard, there, all these new changes. But I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting here and was watching the fights with Rampage on his live. Oh shit. I just don't get it. Like, I'm sitting here watching Night of Champions, right? And I'm looking, I'm just like, this is boring. This is boring. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I could dig that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, all right, cool. And then I watch AEW, and I'm like, this is so much better. Because they're not giving you some cookie cutter match. Look, watching WWE is like watching a rerun of Martin. You know every line, you know every scene, you know what's going to happen, you know, like all of that. That's what WWE is like. Watching AEW, you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to happen. You might have some ideas. You might even be spot on from time to time, but you're not going to know what's going to happen. That's the unpredictability that I enjoy about AEW. Now, if you want to go and you want to watch reruns of the Golden Girls, you go right ahead. But us wrestling fans are going to enjoy all wrestling. We're not just going to sit up here and watch Saturday Night Live from 1984. Okay, we're not. Oh, that Otis. Let me tell you, boy. What? Break you down, boy. Gonna break you down, boy. Yo, Otis was a real one. Otis was a real one. Oh man. See, we as wrestling fans accept WWFE at its worst. Mr. IC Color and the gang, aka DX, did blackface. Although I was a baby during that period, the fans back then, especially our people Jay Millie, still cheer for DX. Yeah, let me talk about that real quick. Yeah, that shit was funny. I'm glad you brought that up, RB. Let me, because I kind of spoke out on it a little bit, but it was like a fly-by-night comment. So let me elaborate on that. So 1998, during the Attitude Era in the WWF, the group DX comprised of Triple H, China, X-Pac, and the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. They had a feud with the Nation, which comprised of The Rock, D'Lo Brown, The Godfather, and Mark Henry. Right? Oh, and Owen Hart. Right? So it was a segment DX was to come out, and they call it a parody. They was trying to do a parody. But in that parody, they did blackface. Now, we didn't have social media back then. We didn't have social media back then. So nobody really knew how everybody felt. Unless you was at the shows or you was watching with your friends. Nobody knew. Right. So, see, I haven't watched Attitude Era, but check in on it every once in a while. Oh, okay. Yeah. It was a fun time. Half the fans at the Blood Money, aka Night of the Champions, was on there. DX was about it. Yeah, a lot of people forgot about it. Yep. Oh, so nobody knew. So let me tell y'all how I felt. Now, obviously, 1998, when that episode aired, I was 19 years old. And I seen them come out, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, are they allowing this? They're allowing this. Now, keep in mind, the USA Network is under NBC, right? It's under NBC. Keep in mind, NBC still had black shows on at that time. They had what was that show? They had that one LL show. In the House, yeah, In the House, I think it was called. And I think it was like another show that they had on too. But nonetheless, they still have black shows on their network. So I'm watching this, and they're coming down the aisle, and I'm just like, this ain't good. Then they get into the ring, and they get to acting like each one of the nation members. And I'm watching it, and I kept everything inside of me from breaking my TV. I kept everything inside of me from me breaking my TV. Now, I recorded, all the episodes of Raw, Nitro, all of that. So the next day I go back and it was that same night. I rewatched that segment all over again. And I watched it again and again and again. And the more I watched it, the more I got pissed off about it. Then I just stopped watching it. And so that probably a couple of days had passed. And I had ran into one of my friends who still, he had just got back into wrestling. And he had brought that segment up to me. He had asked me, how did I feel about it? I told him he lucky. I said, they lucky I wasn't there at the show. Because I would have been one of them ones that would have been waiting right outside, waiting for all of them to come out of that motherfucker. He said they need their ass whooped. They need their ass whooped. And the fact that none of them members of the nation did anything to DX backstage, is why a lot of them have been attached with the word coon. Oh, you want to do blackface? Go ahead. Okay, go right ahead. Yeah, make money, get the ratings. But just know when you come back through that curtain, I'm whooping your ass. Period. As a matter of fact, fuck this job. I'm going to run out there and I'm going to kick your ass live on TV. You want some ratings, Vince? You want some ratings? I'll give you some unpredictable ratings. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to beat their ass legitimately. Troll of Champions, I should say. WWE just got troll. You know, so that's how I felt about it. That's how I still feel about it. You know. Now I appreciate WWE taking it off, so you can't go on. The only way you could watch that segment is on YouTube, and YouTube is a piece of shit for even allowing that shit on their platform. You know who I blame the most for that, aside from Mr. Icy Color, DX and Vince, the Nation. Oh yeah. They're all involved. Mark Henry could take his fake anger somewhere else. Mark Henry could take his fake anger somewhere else. You know, look, WWE got always has this racial aspect about them. Like you remember, oh my God, this look, if you ever wanted to call WWE a racist company, okay, if you didn't see nothing else and you just seen this one segment, you would call WWE a racist company. So this was about 2005-ish. I want to say 2005. Yeah, because I want to say it was after the first One Night Stand. Do y'all remember the faction called the Mexicools? It was Super Crazy, Hoover Toot, and who else was it? Maybe y'all can remind me in the chat. But y'all realize they had these motherfuckers coming out pushing lawnmowers and shit? Ain't that the stereotype for Mexicans? Oh yeah, y'all go, yeah, Mexicans come and cut my lawn and do all my landscape. You realize this was their gimmicks? Like, yo, Vince pushed racism to the utmost. Like, I can't, like, yo. And then you know, Psychosis. There you go, Psychosis. And then we all know about the Booker T. That, oh my goodness! I tell you. That's wild, but par for the course for. That's it. Hey, that's real. Like I said before, he encouraged X-Pac to go through. Yep, he did. He did. That's why I said, you know, he could take that fake anger somewhere else. Oh, he won? Horrible. What's up, cuz? What's going on? Salute. So I don't get it. I can understand it from younger fans because that's literally all they had. But for the older fans, y'all should know better. Y'all really gonna sit up here and look, you know it was you that was complaining about WWE and there was no other company and we need another company and we need this and that and then when it happens, you guys like, oh yeah, AEW, you know, and then when AEW, you know, of course they had some mishaps, you know, there was things that happened, understandable. But if it's an alternative you want, you don't just bounce away. Like ECW, you know that old company you guys still chant every chance you get? They literally grew. Do you realize their best year was 96? Yeah, they eventually got on TV, but did anybody know about it? I did it. I just happened to, you know, on a Friday night, you know, before I stepped out, was flipping through the channels and came across ECW. That's how I found out about it. There was nothing. Now the funny part about it was when I guess when people found out about it, like, you know, how you hear stuff like years later, I heard that ECW was pushing close to 1 million viewers each week. But the only reason why ECW did not stay on TNN because they wanted WWF. They was going through a whole rebranding. And they wanted WWF as their marquee to bring in everybody else. But the funny thing about, which we all know ends up being Spike TV, but you know what the funny thing about that network is? Yeah, they had like a couple shows, you know what I'm saying, here and there. But what else was actually on besides Raw? I'm just saying. But hey, you guys got Raw on Spike TV. I mean, not on Spike, but on Netflix. You got it on Netflix. Yay, we're on Netflix. Yay. You know, so while all you WWE marks are watching Goldberg versus Gunther, over in AEW, we're going to be enjoying Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, Okada versus Omega, Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné. Now, I know everybody ain't too high, and I'm not too high on the main event either. But damn it, if Hangman and Mox brings what they've brought in their previous matches and step it up a notch, that main event's going to cook. And we always do that to ourselves. We'll look at the matches and we'll be like, I don't know. It might be good. I don't know. It might be okay. Yeah, I don't know. And then get to the pay-per-view, watch the matches, and be like, damn, that match was fire. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? So, with that said, what else is going on out there in the world? I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. It'll be a long time before I'm good, though. It'll be a long time before I'm good. But, you know, I'm here. I'm alive. You know, I'm smoking some good herb. So what else is going on out there in the crazy world? Oh, yeah, that shit. Yo, I don't know. Like, can somebody please tell me what's up with this fool 607 Unk? Because I would hear about him, and then somehow Cuz ended up on my feed. Like, I'm scrolling through on YouTube, and one of his videos popped up, and I'm like, so I scroll past. I'm like, but then I'm like, hold on, let me look at that title again. And so the title, I don't remember what the title was, but the title made me go, like, okay, let me watch this. I'm like, okay. So then I watched a couple of his older videos. You know, just to like get a good idea of who he is. I'm like, okay. He sounded like he got a little bit of sense on him, but he wild with it though. And then I see this no jumper shit happen.
You ever try to take a teenager's phone from them? They will probably
I do not understand. I do not understand why these clowns keep coming to California doing the same shit. I don't understand it. Like, what made you think? Like, first of all, this whole wherever I'm at, that's what I am. Oh, if I'm with a Hoover, then I'm Hoover. If I'm with Blood, then I'm with Blood. If I'm with Crip, I'm a Crip. Like, no, that's not like you might be able to do that shit somewhere else, but you can't do that shit in California. That'll be a quick way to send you to the morgue. That'll be a quick way to send you to the upper room. You do not. I'm with it. No, you don't do that. But you coming out here with that type of energy, then you turn around calling out 4 extra for the fade, and then you know what I'm saying, saying 4 extra scared to fade you and all this. I'm like, this what LA get. This is what y'all get. Y'all allow goofy ass motherfuckers to come in your background. This is what the fuck y'all get. And I love LA. To the death of me. It's California. You know what I'm saying? My peoples from the land know what it is.
because everyone was wrong.
And they not happy. They not happy. You feel me? Yo, 7's up. What's going on, DMG? They not happy. But y'all allow this silliness to continue to come in and permeate your area. Now, I don't want no motherfucker come in and tell me, oh, well, you don't need to be talking about LA. This is LA politics. I'm like, shut up. I don't give a damn about your feelings. And I'm not talking LA politics. I'm talking about why y'all keep allowing goofy ass motherfuckers like 607 to come into your city. That's what I'm talking about. Your politics is your politics. Because you ain't gonna be coming and talking Bay politics. That's what I know. That's what you got. So keep your mouth shut, little boy. You know what I'm saying? Grown people talking. Grown men talking. Grown men talking, right? So, you know, why the fuck y'all keep allowing that shit? Look, when goofy motherfuckers come up north, oh, I'm quick. Oh yeah, I'm what the fuck? What the fuck they allowed that motherfucker to come over here for? What the hell? Oh hell no. Y'all motherfuckers tripping. Y'all motherfuckers tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers in the Bay was on Drake's dick hard. Pause. But they was on cut like real tough. Drake this, Drake that. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick come out and start whooping his ass. And now they ain't right. Like, fuck Drake. Like y'all, man, y'all some weird motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few from the north, from the Bay, that's been on some fuck Drake shit. Drake's first album was dope as fuck. Was dope. And after that, when that motherfucker signed on Pride money, I mean Cash Money, you know, I ain't fuck with them since. Like, no, hell no. I've been on some fuck Drake shit. You know, it's nice everybody else called it. Welcome. You know, but it's only been a small group of us that's been on some fuck Drake shit for years. You know, we didn't wait until somebody came in and finally shut him down. And finally exposed him for the bitch he is. Like, who sues somebody for a diss song? Like, that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. You sue somebody for a diss song. Aren't you a rapper too? Haven't you made... Look, Drake done dissed so many people over the years. He's done dissed so many people over the years. But Drake found out real quick, this ain't Canada. This is America. We do things just a lot different. And eventually, if you on a certain path, oh, that shit gonna catch up to you, buddy. But Drake been trying to ride on the dick of California for a long time. Like, nah, cuz, you better back up. You sign with them folks. You sign with them folks. You go hang out with them. You know, then maybe Birdman to give you a kiss on the lips too. And then you could call him daddy as well. Well, shit, you probably already calling him daddy behind the scenes. Lil Wayne, 40-something years old, and calling Birdman, who like 50-something, he's still calling him daddy. Hey, daddy, you my daddy. Weirdos. Like, that ain't your fucking dad. That ain't your dad. That ain't your stepdad. That ain't your foster dad. That ain't nowhere in God's green earth. Hell nah. So he must have been sticking you for, you know what I'm saying, when you was a little boy, huh? Well, Birdman stick you when you little boy? Is that why you all hopped up on drugs the way you is now? That's why you look damn near like a fucking skeleton? You got your locks coming out your hair? Like, Lil Wayne is awful. And it wouldn't surprise me if dude like sick. And they just ain't saying nothing. Because it's not like Lil Wayne's been like a big person anyways. You know what I'm saying? He's always been a small dude. But this dude, like, he just looked like he looked like walking tattoos. That's what Lil Wayne looked like. It ain't no body there. It's just tattoos and some locks. Some long, some short, some gone. Tattoos and gold teeth and locks. Horrible. Horrible, I tell you. But all right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Jesse live. So, you know, y'all want to swing on over there, check him out. Go ahead and do that. I'll be over there in a little while. So, with that said, I will see y'all tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Don't know what time, but I'll be sure to let y'all know. But I'm going to do my best to make it a lot earlier than later. So, so with that said, y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. Keep your loved ones close. Tell your babies you love them. Give your wife a kiss good night and make more babies. All right, y'all. With that said, I'm up out of here. Peace.